Welcome back. You wouldn't know it from watching the debate on Tuesday, but the economy remains the single biggest issue for Americans that are voting in November. According to our latest Fox Power rankings, we're within this margin of error between the two candidates. This race is truly a toss-up with a handful of key swing states that could determine the next 4 years of our lives. But the economics of these swing states doesn't play to Kamala Harris's advantage. Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, they're all paying nearly 20% more for stuff under Biden-Harris. That equals about $1,000 more per month than the same basket of goods and services back in 2021. Now, since the peak of inflation in March of 2022, we've reached a 3-year low of that inflation rate, but that doesn't mean that things are actually getting cheaper. No, they're actually getting more expensive at a slower rate. Joining me now is Florida Senator Rick Scott. Always great to see you, and we so appreciate your time today. Big problem here with the stickiness of this inflation, not only in the fact that goods and services are up 20%, Senator, but the fact that real wages are actually negative for Americans.
You know, I grew up in public housing. I was born to a single mom. Think about what somebody like that's going through today. Number one, struggling to put food on the table for her kids, because grocery prices are, they say 20%. I think it's way higher than 20%. If you go to the grocery store, it's higher than that. If she has a job, paying for gas is up, what 45 or 50%. Rent's up 22%. But I mean, but look at the grocery prices, how much they've up. Eggs in the last 12 months, I think, are up almost 30%. But pork's up, everything's up. It's devastating for these people, and wages are not staying up. Real wages are, like you said, real wages are down. People and actually actual household income, without even taking into consideration inflation, is actually down. So, and all that Harris has to do is say, hey, I have another socialist idea that I can subsidize something to make you feel good, but long term, I know it's going to kill your economy, because that's what she does. We're losing full-time jobs. I mean, we lost 1 million full-time jobs last year. We have 100 million people, 100 million people working age 16 to 64 in this country not working.
Senator,
that is not sustainable.
Yeah, talk to me about one of those policies. The housing crisis is what I'll call it. Freddie Mac comes out with their mortgage rates today. Great news. Mortgage rates are down to 6.2%, the lowest since February of 2023. But bad news, they say, buyers are still very much on the sidelines because the cost of buying a home is still way too unaffordable. Is the plan increasing supply, or do you look at a Kamala Harris plan and think that's the prescription? Let's throw $25,000 at first-time homeowners.
Well, I'm a business guy. I know the only way this works is if you figure out how to provide something less expensively. So one, government is causing housing prices to skyrocket. This is the cost of all the regulations of housing. I was talking to a home builder the other day, and it's over 40% of the cost now. Some of it makes sense, but some of it doesn't make sense. And then look, since Biden took office and Harris took office, the interest rates for a mortgage have gone from around 2% to over 6%. So think about when you bought your first house. All you thought about is, what was my monthly payment going to be? So if you bought a $500,000 house the day Harris took office, and you said, I'm just going to pay interest, for that same monthly interest payment today, it's probably around $175,000 to $200,000 home. Wow. These young people are going to have a hard time getting started buying a house, and that's what's going on all across the country.
Can I ask you about, switching gears here, this John Kirby reply all fiasco? So you've got some veterans saying we're very upset about the Afghanistan withdrawal, and understandably so. Kirby falls into the reply all trap and says, basically, I'm not concerned about their concerns because they're of a certain, partisan stripe. What do you make of that?
It's disgusting. I served in the Navy. My dad was one of 3,000 people who did all 4 combat jumps with the 82nd Airborne in the Second World War. I think maybe our veterans who put their lives on the line every day, and that their voices ought to be heard. We just had the Congressional Gold Medal given to the families of the 13 fallen men and women 3 years ago this week in Afghanistan. I think maybe we ought to listen to our veterans who are the ones that went over there and tried to help the Afghans and actually defended the freedom of this country. Maybe we should listen to them about sending people in harm's way and then pulling out and leaving people at risk. I mean, what did we get out of Afghanistan? We lost a lot of members. We got a lot of men and women. We got a lot of injured. All right, and the Biden administration made it so bad. We hadn't lost a service member in the last 2 years before Trump left office.
Yeah. And I think that email reply all mistake really shows who John Kirby is and how this administration thinks. Senator Scott, thank you so much for being here.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.